Is it news to any of you that there's always more to do than you can do? If you're just finding that out today, you need a drink or a priest or grief counselor or something.
David Allen is helping America get things done. Fast Company calls David Allen one of the world's most influential thinkers on productivity.
I have people that go, oh, grody, I don't want an in basket in my house. Oh, yeah? Your house is your in basket.
Ken Blanchard calls David Allen's strategies invaluable.
Guess who the biggest procrastinators are? The most creative, sensitive, and intelligent people. You know, nailed me.
The East-West Institute says David Allen should be required for anyone entering business.
See, work is an art, and it's actually a martial art because martial deals with surprise. Some of you are going to check voicemail on the break. It's going to feel like 4 people jumped in a dark alley. You're going to have to bring out that crouching tiger, hidden monkey, dragon. You've heard this idea of multitasking at work out there. Many people say, oh, we need to multitask. Actually, that's the wrong word. Multitasking is what you do when you drive home but wonder who drove. Right? What you're talking about when you're at work and have to deal with the madness there, you're talking not about multitasking. You're talking about rapid refocusing. Phone call, email, ink out a pen, got to go to the head, oh, got lunch, client, boss, call from school, kid, on the phone, bam, bam, bam. That's not multitasking. It's rapid refocusing at multiple horizons and depths of field. That's a martial art.
David Allen has spent the last 20 years helping the leaders of the world's most influential corporations to be more productive. More than 500,000 people have attended David's seminars from Los Angeles to London, and his book titles have made him an international best-selling author.
Your ability to generate power is directly proportional to your ability to relax. You tell me whether you think that's true anywhere else out there. Any golfers in here? What happens when you tighten up too much? Boing, 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 boing. Tennis players, what happens when you grab the racket too tight? Parents, what happens when you grab your kids too tight? You business negotiators, what happens when you grab your position too tight? Okay. You don't have flexibility. You don't have the ability to unhook and rehook and unhook and rehook and unhook. See, it's the light grip. It's not out of control, very much in control, but quickly readjusting. Quick readjustments. And it's almost the ability to quickly readjust that's the martial art. As a matter of fact, your competitive edge, both personally and professionally, is your ability to deal with surprise. Your ability to deal with surprise. See, if I'm sparring with you, I'd love for you to get upset. I'd love for you to get upset. Why? Because you'll overreact. If I can get you to overreact, I can control you. And your kids know that. So does your competition. If I get you to overallocate resources, I win. I win.
Fast Company calls David Allen the personal productivity guru. Fortune calls David's seminars an eye-opener. And the Wall Street Journal lists Getting Things Done as a best read.
Most of you have probably discovered, as I have, that in order to graduate in life, personally, professionally, particularly financially, it's been based upon your demonstrated ability to handle greater and greater levels of ambiguity and incompletion and stay sane. It doesn't get easier, does it? Don't you love these college grads get their first entry-level job and they're sitting there bitching and, oh, God, I can't wait till I get promoted. It'll be a lot easier than this. Sure, kid, come on up where the air's really thin. Did any of you ever have one of those summer jobs and all you did was crank widgets? You ever have crank widget? I had tons of those. Bored, stupid, but man, they were the most psychologically healthy jobs in the world. I showed up, there's a big pile of uncranked widgets next to a widget cranking machine. Wasn't confusing how to spend my day. Not only that, what they get to experience psychologically all day long. Completion, winning, progress, success, widget, 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 5 o'clock. Out of here. How many thoughts of widgets or widget cranking do you figure I had till the next morning? 0. Right. How much energy do you think I had that night to boogie and other stuff? Tons. Because I was young? No, it's because I was cranking widgets. Now, the crank widget jobs are still available, folks. Not nearly as many. Oh, I'm sorry, how much did your shoes cost? How many computers at home? Oh, send your kids where? Driving a what? Living in what? What kind of mortgage? Oh, 2? Oh. you got a problem. You now, like me, have gotten addicted to a lifestyle for which the value added of a crank widget ain't going to pay. You're going to be paid to manage widget crankers, and 4 of them are a pain in the ass.
Too much to do, too little time. It leads to the chronic disease of our time, a gnawing sense of anxiety. The art of stress-free productivity can be mastered, however. Spend time with David Allen and find out how.
Do any of you have notes on legal pads somewhere? Yeah. You've collected something, but you haven't processed that yet. You haven't sat down and taken every one of those notes off that legal pad and said, is this reference? Is this trash? Is there an action required? Is there a waiting for now on this? Have I now committed to a project based upon what this means? Where does this go? In other words, the stuff is not yet mapping discreetly to your agreements about its meaning. And that's why you must then use your mind to process that stuff. In other words, you're going to decide what to do about your car at some point. You know, if something needs to be done to it. It's just when and why. Is it when you first realize something needs to happen and I ought to call Fred and find out the garage he recommends so you get that in motion, or you wait until the next step is call AAA? You will decide about the car, but when and why. And moving that to front-end decision-making as opposed to back-end when the heat forces you to make those decisions is a major paradigm shift for how people manage their life and work. Major. And a huge component additionally to stress-free productivity.